Hey there, Soul Shines. It's Michelle here, and it is Creative Expressions. My channel name is So Magical Michelle. I'm trying to start remembering to say that. It's Michelle from So Magical Michelle. Before we get started, I want to remind you that I'll put chapter links in, and so if you want to follow along with all the little bits, I'm going to try to separate them pretty well. And pattern links, there's always a pattern to this and to Millie. So I'm going to talk about finished objects, works in progress, some life updates, things like that. I don't have a outline today, so hopefully it all goes well. And I would like to invite you guys to hook that subscribe button, hit the like button, and leave some yarn in the comments. Alright, I think we're going to start with some finished objects. So one of the things that I did, I brought my daughter's cane, if you remember from last week. This is my daughter's cane, and I was working on this cane cover. So I'll kind of show you. It's a yarn bit. I'm not going to take it off, but what I did was I started here with a circle. This is knitted mostly. So I knit this around until it was about the size to go over the end here. And then I started knitting a kind of a tube, but I didn't do it for very long because I just wanted this to be able to hook over the edge here. And so then I started going back and forth across all the way here till I get over to here, and then I cast on some more stitches and started working in the tube till the end. And then when I kept trying it on, and when I got it far enough, I did some decreases, but I left the opening so that this could go in. We tried it on the cane, asked her what she thought of it. The rubber stuff, so it's got this gray rubber on it. That's the stuff that, oh, you can tell where we got it from. That's the stuff that we were covering up because it makes her hands itch. She's allergic to acrylic, so we're wondering if there is acrylic in the plastic used here. And so when we tried it on and stuff, the other thing is because of how I was knitting it, this part right here was also kind of rolling. So when I went in afterwards, I did a single crochet all around that opening. It covered up the last of this because there was like a little bit showing of that rubber. Covered up the last of it. It stopped the rolling, and so far so good. She's had it for a few days. She's liking it, but she hasn't really gone anywhere to the store or anything to see long-term using it, or like it. So yeah, and I made it in the black. This is purple. It mostly reads, like every once in a while you can get a little bit of the purple shine, but it pretty much reads blue. If I want to change the mode, I'm really curious if we can get it to actually look purple. Nope, more blue. Yeah, it's never gonna look purple, but you can kind of see the purple sheen. That is the color it all is. Actually, when I look at it up in person, it's mostly purple with a little bit of like a blue as a part of the decoration, because I think it's supposed to be roses all over it. So it's pretty fun, and it's done. So exciting for her. Another finished object is I finished a tithing hat on Sunday. So I will put this with the other hats. I've got 3, I think by the time if I take it over here tonight, there's 5 hats going over. I've got a few in the bag, and then I have this one, and I will also be talking about my next one. So yeah, I just cast on 80, did a 1x1 ribbing, worked it up, decreased around, cinched it in. It's all pretty good, pretty basic, pretty vanilla. Okay, so neither one of those things have patterns because I just kind of followed a formula for this that somebody taught me. Actually took a couple of formulas and put them together, and I've got it. But next, let's talk about Lori the Armchair Chef. She is doing quick and easy projects this year. She pulls, or she does a random generator, or well, what it is she asks her, is it an Alexa? I don't know. She asks who she talks to in her house, you know, her little machines. How we're probably the only house in America that doesn't have one. It's probably not true, but she asked her little person, pick a number between this and this, and she gave her a number. And so she's got some quick and easy projects. So I think she's got 2 now out. The first one is what I'm going to show you. The date for it is Wednesday, so I gotta hurry and take a picture of this and send to her. And then that's weird. Huh? Oh well. The next one was a stitch pattern, and she was even talking about how you could use it for things for making Thursday and everything. And because this month for things we're making Thursday, we were making dishcloths. If you're doing it. Anyway, but her first one is this hat. I cannot remember the name of it, but I will put the link to the tutorial. It is a crochet hat. I ran out of yarn, so my band is very small. I was kind of laughing at it because see this section here in the middle? There's like this little bit right here where the stitches ended up lining up the way they were supposed to. And it kind of makes, it's almost not visible, but it's kind of visible. Nobody's really going to notice it, but I thought it was kind of funny because down here, they don't really line up on top of each other. And then up here, they don't line, but right here, they line up on top of each other. That's funny. Oh well. I'm going to be donating this one as well. So I did finish it. I need to take a picture of it. Can put it on. It's not ideal for me in any way, shape, or form, but there you go. It's a hat. So I will put that in with my hats to go to the homeless people. And hopefully, I mean, I know some of them, she hand gives them out, and some of the people, oh, my hair is being so stupid today. Ugh, it's driving me crazy. Anyway, she picks and chooses, and some of the people she gives them to are women. So I'm sure this hat will find a great home. This hat will find a great home. The other hats will find great homes. It's all awesome. Okay, so that is done. And my laptop is having issues staying plugged in. And I touched the table. It's currently charging. Don't touch. I forgot. Things we're making Thursday. All of the information for things we're making Thursday will be below. The Facebook group. The project this month is designing your own dishcloth. Project next month is designing something. It's the year of designing. But if you don't want to design, like you truly don't want to try it, just make something and share with us. And I wanted to make sure that I shared Angela's dishcloth that she made and get that put in here. So here's Angela's dishcloth. Things we're making Thursday, things we're making Thursday, things we're making Thursday, yeah. Yeah, that's it for finished objects. And then works in progress. Let's talk about the Mosaic Crochet. I have been working on it. I have made a little bit of progress. I like to show you from the very beginning to remind you. This is Mosaic in a Month. The pattern will be down below. From Juniper and Oaks. It's a collab. She invited other designers to participate. So there's these triangles, the orange section, the yellow section where it looks like flying saucers to me, especially when they're like, you know, like right here standing on top of each other. This green section that looks like a QR code. This one I think was called like Twin Sisters or something like that, or Twins, or I don't remember. This little motherboard looking purple section. It is purple. It does not look purple, but it is purple. There's a blue section that is really fun. And then I have been working on the green section, so it's making progress. I'm probably halfway-ish. Like one row more than halfway. But it was 25, so how can you really say that? But like I've got a few more rows to go, but I am more than halfway, barely. And then the backs, it's always kind of fun to see the backs. There is a technique to do reversible, but I did not learn about it until I was more than halfway done with the blanket, so I'm just going to continue where it has this intriguing stripe pattern on the back. So that's kind of fun. And then orange and the red. So yeah, that has been coming along. Mosaic Crochet. Here, let me show you again one more time. This is how far I am. Yay! And other projects. One of them, if I can get this out without disturbing my thing. Okay, the bird of the month. Judy's Creation and Crochet does the, nope, it's not a bird anymore. This is the first month, it's a butterfly. 2025 is a butterfly of the month. So I am trying really hard. I have not worked on them yet today. I'm making socks. So I've got 2 at a time socks, and the butterfly of the month helped me choose which color, and I'm really hoping to get these done in time. I'm not sure that I will. In all reality, today's Tuesday that I'm recording this. I should be up. In order to get done in time, I think I would have to get to the hills this week. Maybe it can be done. It depends on how much time I have. We'll talk a little bit about that, life updates. Like, that's how much I did last night from the stitch marker, which comes to basically the bottom of the white stripe right there. That is how much I did last night, so yeah. Anyway, I'm excited about those. That is my butterfly of the month project that hopefully I get done in time. If not, I just keep working on it. And then other things. I am working on a sweater. I do not pick this one up as often because I'm like, oh, I need to get that project done, and I need to get that project done, and I need to do this and that, but I do try to pull it up once in a while. So I did put it on, I did put the bottom onto one of the try-on cord things that I have, but it's just so pretty, that color work. I don't know how much of this blue I'm going to have left, so I just kind of want to wait until I finish the sleeves and decide what I'm doing for the sleeves, and then I will just work and work and work until I run out of yarn. But here's how far the sleeve is from here to here. Looks like I probably got like 3 more rows, and then, because here's the last decrease, and this is the original like cast on. I will be sewing up the hole there after. I really don't know how I ended up with such a big hole there. I've got some really weird stuff going on there, but I'll figure it out and fix it. But yeah, I have about 2 or 3 more rows rounds, and then I will do decreases again. I'm thinking after, so this is how far I go for a decrease. I think the next one I will have to put the sleeves onto try-on cable, try it on to see where it's at, because I need to leave the distance for this if I decide I'm doing this. Or I might just go, and what I might do is just take it down further and then like kind of take part of this chart, like where it does a little triangle at the bottom there, and just put the triangle as like a different transition. Maybe put some of these dots up here, down in here, and not do the full transition. I don't know, I still haven't decided yet, but I'm excited about this sweater because I do want to have the cuffs be the darker blue, but I don't know that I want to have the whole big transition on my arm. So that's what I'm thinking I might do, is do the smaller triangle right here, take some of these dots and put in here, and just do like that far down, right by the sleeve, like come down here, and then so I'll need to transition somewhere around about here and then put my cuff on. That's what I'm kind of thinking now that I'm looking at it. I'm like, oh, I might do that. So yeah, I have that. Oh, I have not worked anymore for a while. Well, I don't know. Did I show you both? That's right here, so I'll show you. I need to get the other color of cotton that I have for it. Oh, and so this one also, before I talk about these, this one here, there is a sweater pattern, but then the chart that I used for this right here came from a hat. And so I link both the hat that has this chart in it and the sweater down below. So I will do that. And then this is the back, well, this is the back of the hand, like this. And then this is the front, where you put your thumb in and you squeeze, and it puts it together. You'll sew those together, but you have this other piece, kind of an ovally shape, that goes in between, and it becomes like kind of like a mouth on a hand puppet, and you'll squeeze them together. It's my it's to make hot pads. And so I need to pull out my other yarn that is just right over there. I just haven't done it, so maybe I'll do that as soon as I'm done videoing this. But hot pad, that's another thing I'm working on. Okay, and what else? This is the one I'm most worried about moving and unplugging things. Seem to stay plugged in. All right, and then this bag, I have my shawl that I'm working on. It's a really good thing I put lifelines in. I did have to undo back to this black one that I have in. So that was kind of a pain, but I'm so grateful for the lifeline. And so I'm working on that. I basically am putting it, the chart for this section is really intriguing because technically it's repeating. It's got this bit and then they repeat it, and then you repeat that 5 times. And so really you're just repeating this little section 10 times. So I'm putting my lifelines in, like here's this white one and then here's the black one. That's how frequently I'm going to be putting my lifelines in. I'll just take this white one out and move it up to keep me moving on that. So that's going to be fun. It's going to be so pretty when I finally block it. And this is 100% cotton, so it will block really fun. And it is just intriguing to me, super intriguing. This yarn is a boucle yarn, which means that it's got little skinny bits and little fat bits, and it's just fascinating how that works also with the lace. Just really fun and unique presentation. So got that done too. And I put some things in here. I'm gonna needed to make sure there was nothing. That's kind of it. I'm kind of trying to mostly keep myself working on 3 projects a day. And so I'm trying really hard to do the mosaic. And then I work on my socks for sure. And then I'm kind of picking and choosing from whatever. When this was on the thing, I did this as long as I could crochet. And then I would pick one of the other things to work on. So that's why the sweater is moving pretty slow. It is more fun to work on the lace shawl. But also, other than those socks, it's the only little random make-along that I'm doing, so we'll see. But then again, tomorrow's Wednesday, and so I'm pretty sure, not positive, but Lori might come out with her next quick and easy thing. This really was quick and easy, and if my hands didn't have issues with crochet, I probably could have finished it in a day. Instead, I started it on Sunday, did quite a bit of it, and then finished it Saturday night. Worked on it throughout the week, just doing a few things. Probably that much of it that's a little bit different. Like, seriously, can you guys see that? I don't know how well you can see. It just kind of changes where it's kind of got like this upline thing, and then it's just straight up upline, like diagonal. Anyway, it's so funny. I'm guessing that section was one setting. But yeah, that was kind of fun. Like I said, I could have finished it probably Sunday, or sat down and did a 2-session thing, like an hour each day or something, and finished it. It was really pretty fast, but because I have issues with crochet, it took me longer. Like, it was just spread out. It was still pretty fast, but it was spread out. Okay, so life updates. I do not know if I told you. I might have said something. I don't know when it was. The cats. I love them dearly. They are so cute. They are, September, October, November, December, January. They're like 5.5 months old now. And I had my plants up here on the top. If I go like this. I had 2 things with plants. And I had this one here was down on this shelf, and another plant on this shelf, and then I just had some things on. The other day, I woke up to a big old crash, and both the plants that were up here were all over the place. I still have a lot of dirt. I cleaned up a lot of the dirt, but there's so much dirt. I have some little tiny crystals that are up here. They were all over the place. I still have some things that are all over the place. There's still a lot of dirt that I haven't cleaned up. I did find some more soil, and I've got my plants moved over to that side of the room, except for these ones. I like these ones up here. But I wanted the other ones over. I was planning on moving them over there anyway, and then the cats did that. Which, it was stressful, but more than that is I have company coming to my house on Sunday, and I really don't have time to clean in my room, which is why I haven't cleaned it up yet. I cleaned up some of the dirt last night so that I could come in here and record, because I realized that's why I didn't record last night. I was too stressed. So I did clean up some of the dirt. There's still a lot to clean up. Put more dirt in with the plants, kind of have them sitting over there. But I can't really put them where I want them until that gets cleaned off. But I have the house to clean. Super stressful. Anyway, I have that mostly done. What was I going to say? I was going to say something else. For decluttering, there were some bookshelves. They were my mom's. And they were in the hall by the boys' room. And I have, for the past 4.5 years or more, been slowly working on cleaning them off, decluttering the stuff, and getting stuff moved off. I had them to where mostly one of them had my stuff on. They were just like cheap like this, but wooden. Same kind of, bought it like Shopko once upon a time back in the 90s. I don't even think Shopko exists anywhere anymore. But we took one of them downstairs. We traded the other one for a shelf that was in my boys' closet. So they had a smaller shelf, and the bigger shelf is now in the hall. And it is very organized and decluttered, and I'm really proud of that. And it looks so much better, and I'm so much happier with it. Which means my main focus until Sunday is pretty much just cleaning up the bathroom before guests come, cleaning up the front room before guests come, and cleaning up the kitchen. There's not really much, like there might be some decluttering in those areas just as I go. I did declutter in the bathroom. It just needed, it was one of those things that it's already been done. I just needed to go through and make sure that it was maintained. So it wasn't a big deal. It was just like making sure that there wasn't empty things left still and that kind of thing. So it wasn't a big project because I'd already done that probably a year ago. But I am like feeling a little stressed because it takes a lot of energy for me right now to do any of the housework. And the kids, I love them. I love that they will sometimes help, but they just don't do a very thorough job. And most of the time I can let it slide. Sometimes I've had them come back and do something more because it was a big deal. Most of the time I'm just like, I'll just do it myself. You've been taught how to clean. When you are older and you have your own place, maybe you'll be more interested in some of that thoroughness, and maybe not. I don't know. Maybe it's not the best choice, but it's my choice right now. So I'm pretty much considering myself mostly doing it myself, because it's just, then I know it's clean. And for this week especially, that's really important. I have been doing a lot. I've talked about this. I know I've talked about opening my heart to Jesus, holding space in my heart for Jesus. I've talked about this lady that had a hear God thing. Still kind of playing around with that. I see knowing. I experience knowing, feeling, hearing, and it just, the one that I don't really experience is seeing every once in a while, but it's very rare. And I'm just still trying to get settled with that. But a part of that is I'm really seeking clarity on what to do for money. I only have a couple hours a day, and that stresses me out. My channel is fun, but I don't even have 1,000 subscribers yet. I'm not even sure when I get 1,000 subscribers if I would have the views. I've had my channel longer than some people that actually do have a couple thousand and stuff, and sometimes that's hard for me, and I just remind myself I've got a completely different personality, completely different lifestyle. It's okay. But what I really want to do is a combination of decluttering coaching and some emotional and home energy work, like doing some metaphysical clearing of energy. I've done that before. I've done decluttering coaching a little bit outside of my house. I've coached my kids, like for the most part my kids don't have a lot of stuff except for my oldest, who kind of, I missed the boat with them. But I want to do that. I want to offer decluttering coaching. I have the skills for it. I feel like I am holding space for it. I just also want to know that that's what God wants me to do. So we're in a space. I'm seeking clarity and feeling sometimes like a fraud, but it's not that I don't have the skills to declutter or the desire to declutter or even the motivation to declutter my entire house. My problem is, and this is probably going to end up being the kind of people I attract the most, I don't have the spoons for it. I don't have the physical and emotional capabilities. Like, I'm going to go in after I'm done here recording and mop half of my kitchen, and then I am going to, just for that 15-minute job, I am going to end up being on my butt for an hour. And then maybe I might be able to do some more, and maybe that's it for today. And that's one of the problems that I have, is my physical capacity to do things is very small. I did decluttering dishes today. I did pull a bunch of junk out of the fridge today. I need to wash those. I didn't declutter dishes yesterday. I washed them. It's part of what frustrates me that my kids don't do more or help more, even though I ask them to, even though we have chore rotations. I also don't have the capacity to be like, dude, do your stuff. So there's a lot going on with that. And I'm probably going to end up attracting a lot of people like that to my clientele, if this is what I'm supposed to be doing. But maybe that's what some people need, is somebody who can help coach them, but also recognize that they are going to have less, that they can only do so much, and then they need to take breaks. My daughter, she's told me that she's like, oh, I finally figured out why I'm not working anymore in my room. We had to do such a big drastic change in October in order to bring the cats in, but she struggles with the big changes, like to clean out a room and then just having an empty space. That's hard for her, and she needs time to adjust to it. And I know that other people are that way too. Some people have a harder time with the open space, or that's gonna be the wrong way, or they take longer to, they need time to process the changes, things like that. And so for my daughter, she's grateful that I have had health issues, because it has meant that the changes that I've made in the house in the last 5 years since my mom passed away have been smaller increments, and it's given her time to adjust to it. And so there may be people that I work with that need that. They need to be like, I can only do so much. I need time to adjust to it. So I'm excited for that. And if you are interested, you're like, oh, I would love to have somebody help me clutter coach, or do energy work on your house or yourself for cluttering. You don't have to, like, if you're like, ew, energy work, no. I'm happy to just show up as a decluttering coach and leave the energy work out of it. If you are one who you're like, I don't really want decluttering coach, but I really would like some help with some of the things going on in my life or my home, I'm here for you for that too. So just like, if you're interested, my email is down in the description. Go ahead and send me an email and talk to me about it. I would love to help you out and get going on that and help you with that. I really love the idea of holding space for people to have space in their homes. Yeah, and I'm really good at holding space for people. No, I'm not pushy. I'm more of a guide instead of a do this, do this, do this, do this. It's more of a guide, asking questions. There is a framework that I really like that I plan to use with my clients if they're open to it. But if you're not open to it and you just need body doubling, that works too. So anyway, that's something I'm seeking clarity on. And if you're interested in that, please reach out, because I would be happy to help. And I want to pretty much do Zoom because, like I said, physically I don't have the capacity to do much, so it is pretty much going to be Zoom. Like, it's not going to be Zoom probably, it's going to be Zoom style stuff, because Zoom is stupid and you can only work for 40 minutes and then you have to pay money. issue with that. Anyway, that's it for the life update. Don't really have much else to say. I could use an app. Sorry, as I point out, I could use an app, but instead, I'm gonna probably end up going and mopping half of the kitchen floor because it has to be done. It was supposed to be done yesterday. Anyway, with everything, remember to let your light shine through your creations, whether they be crochet or knit or both, because I did use both on this. Remember to let your light shine, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!